did he apologize fast? Malin is a big loving panda bear. It is true, yeah. Malin got drunk on stream one time, and he took the step stool behind me, jumped up on it, started cawing, loudly screaming in my ear, and then he bit my ear, and then he humped my kitchen counter and ruined his favorite pair of sweats because there was an oil stain on the counter, and then he ruined his favorite pair of sweats. It looked like he jizzed himself, but it was an oil stain from humping the kitchen island. But yeah, he then had to apologize to Alara. That was pretty funny. It's an American thing to assume at military service of tall men. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Everywhere else in the world, we assume basketball players. Malin did what? So in American terms, Malin is like a little tall or like normal tall. He's only 6'2". In America, you have to be like 6'5" and up to be like, are you in basketball? And it depends. If you're lean and you're over 6'5", they assume basketball. If you're 6'5" and above, but you're thick, then they assume football. Yeah, but in general sports for sure. Bottlenose dolphins are assholes? Really, Suki? Really? Alara, boy helping a wild turkey? All right, I'm gonna pause it. What? How is that a wild turkey? All right, I'll pause that and look at it later. That's pretty funny. Gotta watch it to the end. Will do. Malin does not intimidate me, Sensuki, but I grew up with very tall alpha male father. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, if you're used to that. So not my father, but my uncle that I grew up with was also very, like, if I'm completely honest, you know how they say you tend to go for, like, what you were raised with? I was raised by my uncle for most of my life, my younger life. And my uncle is the one who's about the same size as Malin, about 6'3". I will say my uncle is probably bigger than I, like 6'3". He was the Green Beret Army Special Forces dude with like multiple Purple Hearts and served many tours in Vietnam. That's who I was raised by. So yeah, it makes sense that I would go for like the similar huge alpha male. That's just what I was raised with, so that's what I'm used to. I think the way he enunciates is what can make him seem intimidating, not the way he looks. Vendetta. Very true. Very true. That was the time we almost got mugged. Yeah, I told this story before, but Kim, myself, and Lee, so 3 tiny little Asian girls, we were coming home from a soccer game at Safeco Field. No, fuck, what is it called? The soccer field where the Sounders play. We had gotten free tickets from my work, so I took 2 of my girlfriends. Malin had gotten free tickets from his coworkers, and they went separately. The girls and I went to bubble tea. They did whatever. And then we spent so long drinking bubble tea at the cafe by the stadium. By the time we went to go to my car, it was really late at night and really dark. All the soccer fans had left. Luckily, Malin met up with us at the bubble tea cafe because, you know, we were dating and he was going to come home with me. So Malin met us up at the bubble tea place, ditched his friends, and then he walked the 3 of us girls back to my car, and then I was going to drop the girls off, and then he and I were going to go back to my place. But while we were walking from the bubble tea cafe to my car, Malin thought it'd be funny to act like he was really drunk. So he had me around one arm, and then I think he had like Lee around the other arm, and he was like swaying back and forth and singing like an obnoxious asshole. But he looked really drunk, and he was also hunched over to my 5'2" ass, right? And all the girls are the same height as me. So he's acting really silly, and then we walk all the way down these streets, and then we're at a parking lot, and my car is all the way in the back, and it's a completely empty parking lot, very horribly lit. My car is way back in the corner. Malin, like being himself, all silly, and then when we're about like 4 feet from the car, he puts his hand on my lower back, shoves me forward, and then whispers in my ear, "Get the girls in the car now." And I'm like, okay. So I like hurry up and get in the car. I don't know what's going on. Turns out we'd been followed for like 3 blocks. Some dude had Malin caught the guy in the corner of his eye. Again, that's just Malin. You would think he's ex-military. He caught the guy following us in the corner of his eye, and he watched the guy follow us for 3 blocks and then all the way through an empty parking lot till we were only about 4 feet from my car. So it was very obvious this guy meant to mug us, and he had his hands in his pockets and everything. And then as soon this is going back to the enunciate. As soon as Malin was very positive, this guy had no other motivation but to mug us. As soon as we were like right next to my car, he shoves me and the girls into the car, and then he's like this, like he comes up, he like stands straight up, like does his little shoulder thing, and he looks at the guy and he's like, "May I help you, sir?" And he enunciates clearly and with his deep ass voice. And the guy had thought he was drunk. And I think Malin also played I was wondering why he was acting like a fucking drunken sailor. He was being silly, but part of it was he wanted to see if this guy really thought he was shit-faced. So as soon as the guy realizes, one, that Malin is not this tall, he's actually that tall, and that Malin was dead sober, the guy made up some excuses and then ran the fuck away as fast as he could. Yeah, I agree. I think the way Malin, we call it his firefighter voice because that's the voice he uses when he's on the radio when he was a firefighter. He enunciates very clearly and talks. I can't actually imitate it, but yeah. He scared the shit out of that guy. That guy meant to mug us. Holy crap, at that point, Malin probably could have mugged him. He ran so fucking fast. I've never seen a guy sprint like that before. But yeah, he thought he was mugging 3 tiny girls and a drunk-ass dude. No, he almost got his ass kicked. Malin may be tall, but he's not intimidating at all. Yeah, usually he's not intimidating. No, unless he wants to be. I get asked the basketball question daily. Vendetta. Yeah, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you're 6'5" and above, so that makes sense. Also, you probably get asked daily, how's the weather up there? Yeah, always happens. I'm just walking to Malin is a gentleman, polite and slightly menacing. Yeah, cabeza, that's exactly what's... We're braising chicken, and I'm out of alcohol again. I get asked if I play basketball all the fucking time. So does my baby sister. My baby sister does that a lot. No, I am too clumsy. I also don't go up to short people and ask if they play fucking golf. Oh my God. No one has ever come up to me to ask me if I played golf before, but I love it. That is hilarious. Not that. The other dude was chill. I'm waiting for the story because I'm curious. That is the curious. Hot Malin to the rescue. Yep. Who the fuck mugs multiple people if they're all drunk? Like, how was that supposed to work? 1 versus 4? I honestly think, so the guy was, if my memory serves me correctly, he was taller than us. So he was like maybe 5'9" or 5'10", but he was definitely shorter than Malin. Like,